Consistently make money. Consistently make money. Testing, testing. Testing, testing. All right, good. Alrighty. First thing I see, guys, is 15-minute switch of the EMA 50. Morning life. Let's post on live. All right, yeah, beautiful last day of the week. Let's make this good. Let's be smart about this. Alrighty. Good morning, Steve. How's your new job treating you? MK, welcome, welcome. Alright, so just do experiment here. We are going to look at what kind of premium you can get. Some people are doing some really good iron condors right off the day starts, but the only problem is you kind of have to diamond hand those. Not really my kind of style. All right, so according to the notes here, we've had let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4 single orbs in a row. Doesn't really happen often, so we are due for a double orb. Just keep that in mind. I'm more bearish today due to the daily resistance coming into this gap, but yeah, I mean, we could come into this EMA 50 at 554. That's a lot of room up. Product. Welcome to the channel. Appreciate you following. Yeah, so I mean, if you were looking to short this, and this does break out of this 548 resistance, you're coming up into 554. That's, you know, quite a move up. But overall, we'll probably test this 50 and drop. So it just depends on how much room up we have when we do our signals. Okay. What's his name? Okay, so what's this? What's his name? Oh. Yo, Phantom! Thanks for the follow. Appreciate it. Much love. Oh, nice. That's good, Blazing. And as always, guys, if you guys are not a member, MK, welcome. If you guys aren't a member of the Twitch, subscribe. You can subscribe for free on Amazon Prime, and you get free ads. Helps out the channel, too. Okay, so we're just going to wait till this market opens. Opens up at 9:30. We do have a fresh EMA 50 downtrend at 7:30 in the morning. But we've seen downtrends go into uptrends, so you can't base it just on that. The 1 hour chart isn't an uptrend. The 30-minute is kind of stagnant here. We haven't made a decision yet. But just keep in mind that lower time frames will produce a signal first. So we'll see. How's it going, broski? Welcome, 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 Jaw. Yeah, so four single orbs in a row. Let me just show you guys. Let's see what kind of premium you can get if you get bear calls right away. I'm always curious about this. I mean, I'm actually curious if you can get above this daily EMA 50 of 554. All right, so we'll go to SPX. Market's about to open. It's 25th of April. I'm just very curious what you can get. Can you get above this gap up here, which is at 5,566? My thing is, if you can't get above that, then it's not worth doing the bear calls. And the question is, yeah, you can. You can get up to... You can get above that. You can get up to, right now, you can get to 5,600 that I'm seeing. 15 on the bid, 35 on the ask. That's pretty good. That's actually insane. Not bad. 5,600, that's just above that EMA 50. How big of a pump is that? 5,600. You're looking at a 2% move. Interesting. So that's what some people are doing in the community. I don't know. I don't really recommend it because if you take one loss, you blow your whole account. But yeah, you're going to have that one day where you lose, though. So just keep in mind. MP! What's MP doing? Are we up into $28 yet? Oh, shoot. We got up to 28. Oh, well, we got up to 28 after hours, and then it just kind of fizzled out a little. It's still good stock. Wait for a pullback, though. Alrighty. Yeah, I'm just a little curious if this holds here. There's our ORB. I want to look at Forex Factory and make sure there's nothing really too big of news. Yeah, I don't see anything, guys, other than 10 o'clock. Obviously, wait till 10 in the morning. You're going to have a big spike. That's about it. Trump is very close to a deal with Japan 27 minutes ago. So, a lot of news. A lot of news. I feel like if there's going to be some news released, it's going to be today with the deals. I just got an itchy feeling about it. Yeah, I would take some off. You held longer than probably most people. 5% on a mid cap is pretty good. And then hold break even once you make 5%. Or even 10%. And then if it goes to your average, it doesn't matter because you already made profit. Then you can look to get back in on a lower entry than what you previously had. All right, yeah, looks like that EMA 15 rejected hard on, guys. Thank you so much for the sub. Zeke's new. Appreciate the sub on Twitch. You have free ads now. Much love. Appreciate you coming in. So what we're gonna do, guys, is credit spreads. This is the only way you can get over a 90% win ratio. You guys that have been watching me for a while, we've been working our butts off perfecting this strategy, and it is pretty freaking as close as possible to what I like it to be. I'm not really seeing any more things that we can change to it. If price is only up, you know, or it's down 55 cents, we can't look at ATR 14s. I personally like to do iron condors when price is just like really far up or really far down in one direction. But even then, you know, if you have a safe side that's going to win and you want a chill day, just hold that safe side. Like, we did bull puts yesterday. I could have did some bear calls and probably won, you know, up in here as price just kind of consolidated. But all in all, we took bull puts right here at 10.15 and literally price just kept going up. So we had about 3 trending days. I think we're going to get some choppy day today for some reason. I think the market's been spoiling us with some strong trend days. Just my opinion. So I just want to see if we break 548. That's going to be our next daily resistance. there's really not much meat to the bones to that. It could really start to go down, but then if it goes up, we're going to fill that gap though. Um, 548 is that gap on SPY. You see how there's gap here where there was no candles touching? Oh, wait. No, 548 is this candle here. But then I was looking also at this gap for it to come up to. So I don't see anything where price can't just come up and touch this. But you can see right here, where did we make a big move down? Was in this 548 area. Doesn't have to be exact. I mean, look at this. We hit this resistance, and we went all the way down to 481, came back up, went back down, came up near it, went back down, came up back up. So I can see us breaking through it. We'll see. We got monster candle up. I kind of mentioned in the Discord I'm not going to play pennies for a while anymore. I think I'm getting kind of burnt out on stress. When I'm making so much money doing credit spreads, this is so much easier. I'll just be straight up honest with you. If you want to do credit spreads with me, it's so much consistent. Yeah, you're not going to make, you know, massive results overnight like you can with pennies, but most of the time with pennies, it's a double-edged sword. A lot of the time is you're just looking to get out with minor gains anyways. So I think it's a good strat. My strat works best with the mid to big caps, so I'll probably stick with that. As you can see, I'm reckoning it on NP. We called NP out. Right up in here, we hit the EMA 20, and we made way over 10%. We called out bull. If you guys played bull with me on the daily EMA 20, not in it. I'm playing the next on the 50, but right up in here was a 55% gain. So I'm going to look for mid caps to bid because you can hold these and feel safe. So to me, it's just worth not having as much stress anymore. This year in 2025, not really a good penny market. Alrighty, so yeah, I'm just gonna stick to, I mean, I gotta do what works. If I'm winning so much in the other categories, and I'm not trying to be greedy, I'm only trying to make 5 to 10% gains on some of my swings. It's better just to stick with elite, easier ones then. No, yeah, you could definitely do credit spreads for a living. This is the most consistent strategy where you can literally calculate how much you need to make every day and all that. You know, if you want to make $500 a day, well, this is how much you got to put up. Here's your loss you'll have, and you just keep going, right? It's really the most simple and basic strategy of how to be a full-time trader. I really wish I'd done this when I first started trading. I really did. But I get a lot of people saying I can't understand credit spreads. I get it. It's something new. But I don't see why you can't understand it if there's every video out there in the internet. To me, it's just like learning. There's so much information out there. I don't think anyone should be struggling to learn these. Let's see what QQQ is doing. Is it following what SPY does? Yeah. Yeah, sometimes QQQ will give a signal before SPY, and then vice versa. Yeah, to me, it looks... Man, it looks bullish. I mean, I'm guessing that 1 hour is just really wants to hold. We've been uptrending since This is our second day of uptrending on the 1 hour. I feel like the deals are going to go through. So I really want to not bet against it either. If I wanted $500, for instance, how much should I put? How do you know? So on your app will tell you how much you're going to get. For example, if you go to SPX on Webull and you do a vertical, right? We're doing 25 cents. So we find where that 25-cent mark is. This is 35 on the bid. You know, you kind of get where you want to go. For example, this one would fill you. So you get at that 25, right? Well, if you do, my size is, you can see right here, it says 275, but that's, there's fees involved, so it's technically 250. So let's say you did, let me see, 20 contracts. You would need to do about 22, I believe. Because with the fees involved, you'll get all that profit. So it's about 22 contracts. How much is that costing you? Only $10,450. Yeah, making $500 a day. Every day, $500. Pretty good. Oh yeah, there you go. 22 for 500. Just gotta understand there is a little fees involved, so yeah, I think we all have our own like contract size. So, yeah, if you can't handle a $1,500 loss, 15 to 1,600 loss, then you shouldn't be making $500 a day. All right, I just want to be clear with that because everyone's like, I want to make 1,000 a day. Well, if you can't handle that loss, then you need to scale down. There's nothing wrong with making 100, 200, 300, 500. I think you should take your time to work up your scaling, get a nice little snowball of wins, and then slowly scale up. Yeah. Yeah, so I'm just watching this. But yeah, the credit, our journey has been absolutely insane. On April with the high VIX, you guys, we got one loss, guys. And this one I'm kind of a little disappointed in. Not the loss, but I should have stuck to my 300%. This would have been a roughly $800 loss if I stuck to my 25-cent, $1 premium. But all in all, I mean, if I stuck with 25 cents, you can see right here, these wins would be bigger. This would have been an extra $200 of profit here because all my wins should be 251 now. I mean, that's pretty freaking good. So, even with a harder month, it is pretty freaking good. So, all right, so let's wait for that 10 a.m. news, see what happens. Yeah, loss is going to happen. Some months are harder than others. When I've been back testing, I mean, some months you can get about 3 losses, but you're still actually profitable. I know it sounds crazy. I mean, if you're making $100, you know, let's use the 500 example since we got people doing 500, right? If you're making 500 a day, realistically, you're going to trade 18 times because there's going to be 2 days out of the month. You know, you're probably not going to trade. Sometimes it's 3 days out of the month. So perfect win ratios is $9,000. All right. We're not going to use perfect win ratios. But then again, in March, we did have a perfect win ratio. They do happen if you followed the orb to a T. But your loss is looking at, with the fees involved, it's like 1,550. So if we minus 1,550, you can see now you're up at 7,400. That's your typical wins, is 1 loss a month. Let's do another loss. You're up 5,900, and let's do like kind of our max loss we get is 3. You're still up 4 grand. All right. That's if you stick with it. Not everyone sticks with it. A lot of people, they get a loss, they're like, oh, I'm done with credit spreads. I'm like, okay. You miss out then. I mean, to me, it's just it's an emotional game. People get a loss and then they quit. I'm like, did you go too big size? Did you not respect your stop loss? If you respected your stop loss, I don't see why anyone will quit doing this. The results are there. Let me get a drink. Alrighty, let's see if we get an early signal. Um, I don't know. Today's a little dicey. To me, I'm neutral. I mean, there's room up to be bullish, and there's room up to be bear, or a lot of room to be bearish. Yeah, never tie emotions with trading. Looks like most of my this whole screener's like red. Oh, okay, there's the green. Okay, so we might take a while to get a signal here. 10 a.m. news. That's kind of a big orb. I'm more leaning bearish. 15-minute, kind of fresh. Anybody in bear calls right now? I'm sure some people are in bear calls right now. Alright, it's coming down a little here. He had a nice move down there. Wow. Back to orb. Any future traders want to play the support? Made pretty good money here. Resistance support. Drop this down. Yeah, I mean, you guys seen some of my strikes. They're really not. If you wait, as long as you get the general direction of the trend, you will be fine. You don't have to have like absolutely amazing strikes unless you're trying to do an iron condor right off the bat. A lot of my strikes are just okay. Because I'm not trading the momentum. Like if price is going down, my bear calls that I want aren't going to be as high as like way up in here when it spikes up. So if the price goes down, then the premium goes down a lot for bear calls. So it's obviously if price goes against the trend and you get bear calls, you can get really far out of the money. It's just really risky. I've done it before, and you'll be like down 300%, which is past my risk tolerance. And if you diamond hand it, most of the time you win, but it's always that one time. All it takes is one time and you're done. Yeah, trust me, I've been through that. That's why I don't like really necessarily getting in early. I've seen price just really wreck you right off the bat. Like you could get into bear calls here and this thing just like freaking rip up. And now your premium is like jacked up. Or like some random news happens. You just never know. And with all these deals going on, you just never know. I'm a little cautious too about this. This is kind of more news driven now. Yeah, so yeah, exactly. And did you use a 300% stop, Kumite? The problem is the people that are winning, this is really bad habits. And I really hope this never happens to anyone. The people who do win are the ones that are they are diamond handing it. Like, I know it seems like you can't lose if you go that far out of the money, but there is always that time where you're gonna have a big move one way or the other. So if you iron condor it, just be respect, just respect your money and be like, you know what? If it don't work out, I have to have a stop. It's gonna happen, and it's gonna suck. I already know it's gonna happen to some people. They're gonna have their strike in the money, and then they're gonna be like, I can't recover from this, and you really can't, because if you blow your whole account, you're kind of screwed. That 300% losses to protect you. But yeah, if you stick to the orb, these are your results. 1 loss so far in April. You can have up to 3 losses and still be profitable. Obviously, we didn't trade much in April, so it's a different situation. March, this is what happened to me. I made my mistakes. I had 2 losses because single orbs you should always win, but I went against the trend. So I actually had 2 losses on a single orb. That should never happen with 15-minute orb. And then February, there was 1 double orb that made me lose. Not a big deal. But all in all, February is 1 loss. March is 0 losses if you played the system. And April was a true loss too. But I actually went up on my stop loss, making this a 500%, making this loss way too big. So I made my mistakes too. My thing is stick to a conservative stop, and you'll be fine. It can't be too far out where you're like, man, this is disgusting loss. All right, so coming up in 10, we have something. Yeah, there's always a lesson learned. But bad habits are created when you win on a trade when you shouldn't. That's when bad habits are created. Because if you win on a trade and you're like, oh yeah, I'm just gonna keep holding these next time. It's gonna get very dark for you. Yeah, you just don't want bad habits to create. Always have your stop. That way you don't have to manually do anything. It's all in there. Have a broker that does have a stop too. Yeah, I'm doing 300% stop. Do you always take a stop loss on your setup, and what percentage, like 25%, do you take a profit, grab it 50% on the setup, or let it run, especially if you aren't watching the market all day? So for credit spreads, for me, if you're in my Discord, you're gonna know everything that I do, Fly Fisherman. These are not your typical day trading things where you're trying to get in early and scalp or have a very tight, since you're winning over 90% of the time, you are going to have a negative R&R. So my stop on a credit spread is 300%. Basically what that means is if I'm making $100, I'm going to lose 300. All right. Whereas if you're buying, you will always want to have a positive R&R because you're going to lose more just because you're buying one directional strats. You're designed to lose more. There's really not much room for error on that. All right, looks like we have a nice signal here. I'm going to start looking for, well, I'm not placing a trade till around 10:15-ish. Trump's at post-freedom today, so maybe no deals today. That would be nice. Yeah, join the Discord. That's the link if you want to join it. You'll see the exact alerts that I take out, but I'll post in here my alerts. But the day trading education is really going to tell you how to do the best day trading strategy out there. Anybody can do this strategy. It is not hard to do. Use a 15-minute line, 2 lines on a 15-minute chart, look for a break of structure, and that's it. So right now, we're looking bearish, right? Keep in mind, we do have strong support all right in here. All right, there is strong support all in here. Do we break that and head high lower? We'll see, guys. But as of right now, the 15-minute orb is telling me... Oh, you sent that document off? I'll take a look at it. Appreciate that. Yeah, everything's looking bearish for now. But EMA 1 hour. There's some more room if it wants to go down too. Not really sure what to take of today. You still win on double and orbs. Just keep that in mind. It's just there's chances you can lose on double orbs. So I don't want to. Don't get scared if it does a double orb. You still win on them. It's just your chances of losing are a lot higher. All right, so 10 o'clock news comes. We have the consumer sentiment and inflation expectations, guys. So expect some kind of rally up or down. Ideally, if it goes up, then I'd be looking for double orb. But then again, there's so much resistance up here. Do I really want to take bull puts? Not really. There's definitely more room to the downside. We can fill this gap to the downside if we want. Okay, let me look at some credit spreads here on bear calls. Okay, let's see what we got here. I just want to see how far out I can go. 25 April. So 55.70, 55.75. That's a possibility. That's a possibility. Let me label that 55.70. Where does that go on the SPX chart? 55.70. Right up here. So that is a 2% move up. SPX, we're actually getting the orb too. It's aligned with SPY. Okay. So 55.70 is my first one I'm looking at. If I don't get filled, you guys know the rule, then I just go a different strike. But I'm not looking to get filled right now, so don't place any orders. With this 10 a.m. news, that would not be smart to fill anything. So it's looking a little bearish. We're testing this pre-market lows. That could be strong support too at the same time. Uh, 55.70, 55.75, SUA. That one's pretty good. That's going to be at 20 cents right now. Any move up will get you filled at 25. But let's just see what happens. If we go super far down, then obviously we got to really transition to something else. A lot of these double orbs are happening at the 10 a.m. news. Just keep in mind, we can easily get a double orb like that based on 10 a.m. news. So it's wise to kind of see where this candle's headed. If it comes back inside of orb, maybe we should wait to see if it does a double orb. You know, sometimes it's good to see that. Bear calls, in my experience, are always harder to do. All right. I don't know why, but they are kind of harder based on the fact that you can't go as far out of the money. I noticed bull puts were always easier. All right, so we're getting that signal. This is good. We do want a signal. Let's get that signal. Are we getting it for QQQ? QQQ is no signal yet. So there's no signal for QQQ. All right, so yeah, nothing yet. Let's see what it does. 55.70, 55.75 is 15 cents on the mid since it went down. So that one, you're probably not going to get unless it goes back up. Back to 20 cents. What's up, Odin? Good to see you. I'm still holding it, Illinois, but if I don't do anything in the next week, I'm done with it. All right, here it is. Wait for this to end, guys. Don't get too excited on this. This is going to be a lot of volatility. All right, so it's going back up. Do we come back up into the opposite side of orb here? That's the question. You know, this is your 10-15. Give it some time. Let this volatility kind of cool off. We don't know how much higher this can go. All right, don't be too impatient. I'm just curious what my 55.70 is now. All right, so we definitely got the bear calls, but do we get a fake out with the news to double orb? That's the question. Do we get a fake out? That is the question. So that 55.70 probably could fill you here at the 25-cent mark. But I'm just waiting it out. I just want to see what that 10-15 candle does. I don't like to mess with news candles as much. All right, so we got that news candle here. Do we come back down? Where do we finish? That's what I'm curious. If we finish like up in here, then I might as well just see if we do a double orb. I'm a little sketched about bear calls. I'm not gonna lie. With this hour chart here, with this fresh EMA 50. Well, I mean, it's downtrend, but did the 30-minute hold? 30 minutes still at the bottom too. Little sketch for now. Alrighty, so where's that at? 55.70. Is that above that big resistance? Wow, that's right on the gap. And is that above the EMA 50? No, it's not. It's right on the EMA 50. Interesting. Very interesting. Just waiting, guys. I'm just waiting. I'm not in no hurry. I just want to see where this ends. This is a news candle. Do credit spreads with it. Maiku, Joe. I'll call you Joe. It's my highest value service. You win 90% of the time doing credit spreads. Join the Discord. I'll get you on track to win. So yeah, we have 4 single orbs in a row. Chances of a double orb is definitely likely. I'm just kind of seeing where this is going. I would hate for us to just get a double orb right off the bat. But it looks like it's kind of calming down here. Got that move up. Okay, so the 55.70, 55.75 is still in play. It looks like it is calming down a little. Can I get the 25 cents is the question. Can I get a 25 cent on that one? I don't think I can now with that little move down. That was a pretty big move down. Okay, so if this ends... Let me see. Should I try the 25? On the 55.70, 55.75. Here we go. We're coming back up. The bid is 20 cents. Back to 35 on the ask. What do you guys think? It's hard to say. I think in March we had like 7 in a row. All right, I'm gonna try 25 cents on the 55.70, 55.75. Looks like it went back down. I'm fine waiting till 10:15 though. Just in my experience, a lot of double orbs happen at 10 a.m. The 10 o'clock news. Alright, let me try that, see if I get a fill. Right now it's at 20 cents on the mid. I'm going to see if we get a 25 on the 55.70, 55.75. Then I just don't like how we're just under this 50. I don't like that. I really don't like that at all. But Orb is telling me to do that, so I'm going to do it. Bear calls 55.70, 55.75. See if that fails. Here, stop. Down, please. Alright, I'm trying the 55.70, 55.75 bear calls. It's working. I'm not sure if it fills me, to be honest. I just want to see if it does. Alright, so I want to give a snippet tool on this. If it keeps going up and it don't fill me, then I might look for that double orb play. Alright, is it gonna fill me or not? Let me see. Might have to switch it. Alright, we'll see if that fills. If it don't fill, then I'm going to look to do... Be cautious if it don't fill after this. There's that 10 a.m. Alright, I gotta fill. Alright, so I gotta fill here on the 55.70, 55.75. I'm just gonna be patient now, and hopefully this works out. Am I a fan? This is honestly like bullish and bearish. I'm not really sure how to take it, so do what you guys want. Could be a double or could not. Could be a double, could not. It is in the middle of the orb. That's kind of where we'd like to reject. Hopefully it's just kind of a slow environment too at the same time. That definitely fills everyone. Bid is at 25 cents. You all get filled there if you wanted it. There's not much room up for bull puts. I mean, we did just have a monster 2% move, so hopefully we kind of consolidate down. That's what I would like to see. All right, I'm putting my stop in. I know, hopefully, all right, so the stop is getting in for $1 stop, okay? Filled, putting stop for 1.00. Looks like this. All right, that's about it, guys. 10:15 is about to end here. Ah, man, are you gonna do a double orb on us, are you? Don't do a double orb yet. We want this to kind of consolidate first. Don't do a double orb. Yeah, shoot. Can still win on double orbs, but we don't want it to happen yet. It might. It might do a double orb. We'll see. And someone says they haven't spoken. Are you putting a stop loss? Yeah, I'm just putting the stop loss right now. Yeah, I don't think the deal will happen today. There you go. Nice little rejection a little bit. Nice little rejection. There's our orb in the 1-minute chart. Alrighty. It's a little dicey, not gonna lie. But what can you do? Ah. Alright, we'll just see what it does. Guess I should have waited till the end of that 10:15. We'll see. Could help, could not. We just gotta get past an hour of time decay. That's the main thing. Get past an hour of time decay. That's a massive candle, 0.50%. Pretty big candle right here. Pretty big candle. QQQ is above orb. Now that is above orb now. Shoot, did we play the wrong direction? Did we play the wrong direction? We'll see. We got SPY and SPX showing downtrend on the 945. They're both showing downtrend. I want this to kind of stay inside of orb. That's what I want to happen. Stay inside of orb. It's a hard decision to make. I think we'll be fine. I think we'll be fine. Just need it to calm off. Once this calms off, we'll be fine. There's a lot of resistance. A lot of resistance up in here at that 550 mark. Do we test that pre-market high? We'll see. But that is a nasty candle to the upside. I hate to see that. That's a nasty candle. My gut said maybe. Yeah. We'll see, though. Maybe upper orb resistance on SPY. What do you think about bull? I'm going to wait for daily EMA 50. Alrighty. Some little cool off here would help. Alrighty, let's see what it does. Alrighty. Testing this upper orb resistance. We can come back down into this halfway mark. Must be pretty sick. That was a big news candle. More than I thought it would be. A lot more than I thought it would be. Alrighty. Alright, so we're in our bear calls. To me, it's like flipping a coin today. We got the orb. There's a lot of resistance on the daily. I feel safer with bear calls. I would love a retest on the 1 hour. Also, we have, what, fresh... We kind of have a fresh EMA 50, right? It's not too... Fresh EMA 50 downtrend, in my opinion. It's only till 7:30. The 30-minute is still at the bottom. We'll see if this changes. There's really nothing we can do. I mean, we're playing this system here. This is just a volatile news candle. That is downside. That's a 15-minute downtrend right here on the 15-minute ORB. Wait for a move to come back up. We got filled at like 546. We got filled at like the middle of this candle. Any other news? Or is that it? I think that's it. Now it's just IFM meetings all day. Yeah. Yeah, we want to see it kind of coming back down here. You know, it could just consolidate through this orb. You know what happens when you get a 2% move up? You know, we've had a lot of big moves up. I mean, look at this, guys. Big move up. 2%, 2%, 2%. You know, probably a cool-off will happen. Maybe a consolidation inside of orb. Yeah, I'm in the bear call, Angel. We can't predict price to go from bottom orb to upper orb. You know, you can never predict that. This could have easily went this and then boop, all the way down. So we're just playing what we see. If we get a loss, you know, don't be bad about it. You know, we playing the system right now. But right now, my premium is decent now. It's 22 cents. Little time decay will help this out. We all are about break even. We got up here in the middle of orb. I was a little careful. I kind of did wait for the money strike to fill. I wanted that 55.70, 55.75. Seeing this candle right here, I'd be taking bear calls. Seeing that we didn't do a double orb yet, I'd definitely be taking bear calls. So either way, I'd be in bear calls trying right now if I wasn't in. So you got the 55.80, 55.85. So you got a better strike than me. 70, 75. You got 80, 85. You got one up. So you got it for 0.15. Yeah, okay. So are you going to stick with the 300% stop, which would be 60 cents for you? Your stop is going to be a little tighter. From where we are at right now, how much percent will SPY have to move upwards to the 55? Well, it's hard to say exactly, but here is our strike. I mean, this is our strike. We're right here at that EMA 50. So, I mean, if SPY, it just depends on how fast it goes up. If it goes up very fast right now, then yeah, we'll just get triggered. But if it goes up fast end of the day, not necessarily. We get stopped out. It's just hard to say, to be honest. It's a hard decision. Looks like we're getting some indecision here. Ugh. We'll see. What is bull doing? Is bull going down some more? Weeble. Oh, wow. This one's actually looking really interesting now at that EMA 50 if it happens. You can look at the weekly EMA 5 too for a bounce. Looking interesting. TTD is finally showing some life. Holy cow. I think it's been dropped down to the max. Yeah, I tried the 0.15. I don't like how tight the stop is. I'd rather try to aim for a 20 cent at least. So keep that in mind. If you, it's just, to me, it's just a little too tight. But your strike is better though, so it shouldn't go up as fast, the premium. since your strike is better. All right, there's not really much to look at, guys. Everyone should have their stop in and just go on from there. This is interesting because on your futures trade, you would get into short, but then this thing just goes right up. Nice move down. Still in that 15-minute EMA 50 downtrend, it looks like. It's still fresh. Still fresh. Let's see what everyone else is doing. Yeah, he got a better strike because he went very early in the bell. Like if you go very fast in, you can get some strikes like that. What does that say? 55.70. Oh, this one got 55.65. Yeah, bear calls are bearish to neutral strat. You generally want it to go down, but you're also neutral. Okay, so the 0.15, 0.25 slides with the bell time. That's why mine is over 1.25. What do you mean over slides with the bell time? What does that mean? I might be confused. All right, nice little rejection here, guys. I like that. Beautiful. Wow, what's causing that drop? Did we get some news here? What's causing that drop, guys? What is that? What do you get? Some bad news? I'm sure Fastu's gonna come out with some news. Fastu's my like news guy. Any minute, Fastu's gonna have an article for us. Wow, did we nail that, guys? I think we didn't nail the top, but anybody in a futures trade, holy crap. That's a big candle down. Did he open his... No, I want him to open his mouth. Whatever he's doing, he needs to keep doing it. Whatever he did, he needs to keep doing it. Alright, my premium's at 10 cents now. Oh, wait. Alright, ours is at 5 cents now. That was a pretty good move down. What was that? Let me look at something here on Forex Factory. News. Was there any news? Inflation job nearly done, but tariff risks loom. U.S. consumer confidence continues to decline in April. I'm not seeing anything. Maybe just that's all on Forex Factory, so I mean, you can if you want take profit at 5 cents. You can. Don't have to worry about the rest of the day if you really want to. I'm wondering if it will give you 5 cents. I don't think it will. There wasn't much time decay. I'm just gonna wait it out. I want to make sure my results are like, yeah, I don't think it would have gave you 5 cents there. Sometimes it's glitched up. So you ever close it early? I personally don't. I just hold mine till end of day. Yeah, it's gonna be hard to get filled. You'll be surprised. Like if you try to buy it back at 5 cents, you're like, how am I not buying it back at 5 cents? You'll be surprised. It usually won't. That's why I just let it expire worthless. By the time it's 5 cents, the market kind of knows like, yeah, you're probably gonna win now. You know, the market kind of knows that. So I just try to collect that extra 5 cents. 5 times 5 is 25 extra cents in a week. That's a whole play. That's a whole nother play right there that you don't have to do. All right, so we have. Good grief. You just went all full out Rambo on us. He's like, whatever direction we go, I'm all in. That's how you do the Iron Condor. I mean, if it works, it works for him. I mean, everyone has their own way. I mean, this, you can tell he's not emotionally tied to the money. That's why it works for him. He's in bull puts, he's in bear calls. You can look at some of these bull puts here. They're probably really good too. 53.70, 53.65, 53.70. I mean, this guy's like Rambo out here. He's like, wherever the market goes, I'm gonna freaking wreck it. 53.60. All right, so here's his strike right here. Was it 75? I believe he's got 2 legs. I'm just gonna do the highest leg here. 53.70, and then the other one's 53.60. You got a better one right here. So I'm just going to do the short legs. So 70 and 60. Those are his 2 legs for different strikes. These are his 2 short legs. So basically what Price would have to do is come all the way down to that. It would have to drop there. I'm telling you, I mean, here's the thing. Like, even if he loses, did you see how many times he's done Iron Condors? Think about it. An Iron Condor, let's say you do it 2 times for 25 cents each. That's 50 cents. All right, and if you do it successfully 2 days in a row, that's a whole dollar. All right, so he could lose one and still be fine. Now, you know, of course you don't want to lose and you don't want this to go out of control. Always have a stop loss. If you don't have a stop loss, that's when it becomes nasty. So, I mean, a lot of people might be like, oh, wow, he lost this day. I mean, I've seen it happen. I mean, he's been in Iron Condors, like, all the time. A loss isn't going to matter as much. That's if he loses. Just saying. But yeah, if you're getting in towards this bell, you're going to have strikes like this. You know, if you're ever wondering how the heck he's getting this far out of the money, it's because of this. He's this little volatility down right here probably could give you a nice bull put. Let's actually look what kind of bull puts we can get. Bull puts here. So let's see what we can get here. So we're looking at not as much premium as I want. So that one's at 30 cents, 53. All right, so I would probably look for something like this one, 53.45. I can get. You can get that one right now for 20 cents. If you're looking at something right there, you can get down there if you want. And granted, the reason why they're giving you something really far out of the money is look at the volatility. If you go against if you see a lot of red candles, they're going to give you a lot of premium on the put side. So this candle here, if you want to do bull puts, that's how you can do the Iron Condor. You wait for a big massive candle down like this, and you take the bullet. You know, yeah, it's uncomfortable to buy bull puts when you see a massive candle down. Not much people have the stomach to do this, and that's why Cube can get that far out of the money. All right, because he has the stomach to be like, yeah, I'll trade some bull puts here just to iron condor it. But yeah, I mean it works. As far as what's going on in the market, I don't know if I think this actually might hit the EMA 50 Webull. I took bear calls ready. If you go up to day trade alerts right here, you can see that I took bear calls at 55.70, 55.75. I'll tell you everything I'm doing in my Discord. It's only $12 a month if you want to join. If you're already in, awesome. But go to day trade alerts. So a credit spread is you're gonna have two different strikes. Like when you look at this image here, this is the strike, right? 55.70, 55.75. That's my strikes. Okay. And so basically what I'm telling the market is, I'm telling the market that I don't think SPX, I'll show you my strike. I don't think SPX goes to this line right here. So I'm betting that against the market that it should generally go down, and I don't think it goes up. That's all I'm saying. Fridays are riskier though. It's a lot more volatile on Fridays. Fridays are extremely risky. I appreciate it, son. So yeah, make sure you guys let me send this out. I know a lot of people don't have a lot of new people are in here. I'll send out my credit spread Excel sheet if you guys want it. I didn't really have much people asking for it, but I'll just send it out again. If you guys ever just want to copy a very simple format that I'm using. So I got in at, it's always good to know when you get in. I got filled at 10:07, which is extremely early for credit spreads. 10:07 a.m. I plan to hold this till 4 p.m. and I got the 55.70, 55.75, call 0.25, 0.00, 11, 251, 144 is my gain if it works. So far, it's a single warp. So that's going to be my gain every day if I win. If I lose, I'm looking at an $800, like $20 loss. So the losses suck, but they're designed to happen. Losses are going to happen. I'm not going to be a sore loser about it. They do happen. Okay, EMAs are still spread out, so we're still in a downtrend on here. Did we break the 30-minute? 30-minute we kind of did break. We had the 5 EMA hitting for resistance, and the 1 hour will probably be support. Just saying. The 1 hour will probably be support for you guys. So generally, I just want this to kind of be a consolidation market. I really think after this kind of big moves, I think we do kind of go sideways a bit. Didn't really expect this. This is really choppy. Down, up, down, you know. Pretty choppy. Yeah, I can tell you love the adrenaline. I mean, but that's why he's making a lot of money. He's taking trades that no one else is taking. Like, people are scared to do that kind of stuff, and then you wonder why his bull puts are way out of the money. It's because of that. it's like it's crazy, but it's working. Okay, you're back. Can you explain those two trades again? Yeah, so I'm going to get rid of everything, right? Just look at basic price action. Here's your first 15-minute chart. The reason why we are shorting is because we had this candle down, right? You see this candle? This broke structure. And so we had a retest up in here. It was pretty scary for bear calls, but we take it. And then we had this massive candle down. So all you're doing is looking for 25-cent premium the minute you get the signal. All right? You don't really care too much. I don't care too much on the strikes, because if it goes against me by a lot, then I'm kind of screwed anyways. So I got to I'll just get stopped out. So I'm thinking maybe we just get the general direction of the trend. Yeah, I mean, his risk tolerance is pretty good. I think over time, if you win a lot, you know, if you have a big win streak, you don't mind if you take some losses, right? So you tend to do you can do more riskier things. I mean, if you win like what, say 20 times in a row, you don't mind if you do an Iron Condor because you're like, okay, if I lose, then it's whatever. And that's kind of how I'm feeling too. You know, I mean, now that we got a lot of wins in a row, you know, I'm not as stressful taking some trades. You know, I didn't really mind getting into bear calls here, even though I didn't even wait for the news to be ended. I got in at 10:07. So, you know, it's good to be kind of carefree. It really just kind of calms your mind off. I think it is a good thing to have. I have the spread pulled up. Yeah, so do you see my exact spread? Um, like I'll pull up my exact spread here on Webull. So 55.70, 55.75. Go to bulk bear calls, hit calls, vertical. So you can see right here is my spread. All right. Obviously, you can't get it for 25 cents. The bid is at 0. The ask is at 20 or 15 now. So the mid is 10 cents. So you would have to wait for this bid to come up to 25 cents. Okay. And that's how we do it. You know, this was at 25 cents at one time. Obviously, if the market goes down, the premium's going to decimate along with time decay. All right, so I did 11 contracts. Options are always contracts. Definitely watch my videos. I'll teach you everything. Um, yeah, they got kind of obliterated. I'm gonna hold it till the end of the day. I'm really liking it. Brandon, I'm liking Bull a lot. That's the one trade I'm waiting on. Congrats whoever got MP. Holy crap, what happened to MP? Oh, it went down. Okay. Maybe I can take a retest of this. Nah, it's got to go down a lot more. It's not even close to the EMA 20. Yeah, I'm not buying MP up here. So I got to look for another stock, guys. It's either Bull or... Ideally, I want option chains. That's the only reason why I don't really like Bull right now is there's no option chain on it. It's the only reason why I'm not like... I like MP, CVS. What is this? T-Mobile? Anybody like a good old T-Mobile trade coming up here in the EMA 50? Not as volatile. But you want to trade a nice big cap stock. T-Mobile's coming up for you guys. Looks like they had earnings maybe? Yeah. And they're down 10% on earnings. I'm trying to avoid earnings. I got wrecked on TTD because of an earnings play. AON is coming close to the monthly EMA 50, guys. Did this have earnings too? Yeah, of course. What does AON do? It's oh, I'm not trading Ireland. No, thank you. INTC. Yeah, Bull's the best one right now. Maybe I might get this end of day. I didn't think it'll come down this much. It's coming close to that gap here. Coming very close to the gap. CNC. Downtrend. SSNC. XPO. Summit Therapeutics, but that's a biotech, right? No, thank you. Doc. ODF. All right, here we go. ASTS. Nice little uptrend play here. Telecommunications. This one's interesting. But it was just $1 just previously. No, thank you. No, thank you. I need to, and they probably don't have options, do they? Oh, they do have weekly options. What made this thing rise so much? It was just $2 recently, like in 2024. Massive volume. Daily volume is 3 million. Interesting. Trying to do companies that everyone knows. They're gonna stick around for quite some time too. Looks like we're coming back up here on that 15-minute SPY chart. Man, some crazy volatility we got here, guys. Crazy volatility. ODFL, Voodoo. I missed this one on that monthly EMA 50. Maybe if it goes down some more, I'll buy this one. I like this one. Higher quality stock. 130 bucks here. I'll see if price comes down to this mark here. I don't want to trade any gold. Yeah, MP, we missed it. If you missed it, you're done. It's going to take some while to come back. I'm watching right here now, EMA 50. I'm going to see if MP comes down to the $21 mark. I don't know if it'll do that. It might do that after earnings. Becky, downturn on the monthly. Not really much I'm seeing, guys. Did you guys see Gilead? What happened here? Oh, earnings? Okay. Yeah, I'm just doing alerts. This is the hard part, right? So I'll go here, I'll go to like UNH is a downtrend. I'll just put in alerts if they ever show up. Like right here, I see a nice uptrend play. So what I'll do is I'll just look right here and I'll be like, I want it on the 20 for my first entry. Create an alert if price goes down to $47. I don't know when NEM is ever going to do that, but if it does, I'll get alerted. That way I don't have to keep looking at these charts. You know, I'm just creating a bunch of alerts out here. And I'll let you guys know if they ever hit. That's what I did with MP, and I found that one get it hit. It's just a grind trying to find a lot of this. That's why I kind of want to stick with just SPY maybe and just sell puts. It's a lot easier. But a lot of these plays can make obviously a lot of money too. I mean, a lot of these are high quality stocks. Like we got AT&T here. I mean, if you guys would have caught that alert here on the EMA 50, I mean, going from 15 bucks on AT&T all the way up to 30 bucks almost, that's a 100% return. If you would have caught the switch of the trend on the EMA 50 here. So now what I look to do is I'd be like, okay, what's the monthly like? If we come anywhere close to the 20 on the monthly, I'll take it. So I'll just put an alert out here. And then I'll just save this because AT&T is in a massive uptrend. That's a massive uptrend. I want to be a part of that. ESC, Kroger, massive upturn here. You see all these nice little things here. Kroger comes up here, comes back to the 50s. 50 EMA. I mean, look at the massive gains right here. It kept touching it. And do they have weekly options? Yeah, it meets my system. I trade Kroger all day, any day. This was a beautiful trade. Monthly charts uptrending. The weekly's uptrending. This is a nice trade. And you can just keep on doing covered calls on it and just enjoy the uptrend on it. I'm not really seeing anything else, though. You're not going to find a lot. That's the thing. For these high-quality alerts, Celsius is in a downtrend. Maybe it's trying to switch. I don't know. What's Starbucks doing? Starbucks is in a downtrend. Do they have earnings? Oh, they have earnings tomorrow, guys. Starbucks has earnings. Interesting. It's a good company. I mean, look at that monster uptrend here on the monthly. I wonder if it does something like this and it goes up. It's earnings. It's risky. Everything's in a downtrend, though, on the weekly and daily. A&J Johnson, no thank you. Oh man, I would love to short LUV. Yeah, nothing really I'm seeing. Walmart, I didn't see that. That was that tariff talk, wasn't it? Walmart had that big move up and it just kept going. Where's that? They have earnings too. Man, Walmart shot up like a skyrocket right there on that 50. Skyrocketed. So Pep is at the lower Keltner band. We can check out Pep here. I'm either doing extreme oversold patterns or uptrends. You won't see big caps much at Keltner channels. It's pretty rare. We had a little lamb. Excellent, Dominion Energy, UAL. Oh, I missed that. You guys see that EMA 50 on UAL? I didn't see that one. That was at the United Airlines. You guys remember this one? Remember this one had a monster move up. Yeah. Maybe we can get another EMA 50 here. I don't know if we can. Let me see. Goes back to $59. That was a lot of consolidation on the monthly chart. I mean, look at this. Banking on cover calls here. I love that. So basically what we have is a breakout pattern from this here. You see how we have the monthly here. We break out, retest, let stop losses happen, I guess, and it comes back up. Man, this is a really good cover call trade. Does nothing. And now that it's kind of in an uptrend, it's not bad. I like that trade a lot. Wow. I wish I would have saw that earlier. Yeah. I'm putting my alerts out. I'll let you guys know if I see anything. Carnival, downtrend. Morgan Stanley is in an uptrend. Man, what is this? All the tariff? Yeah, that's all that tariff right here. 420, 407. That's that tariff pause. Okay, I'm missing a lot of those dips right there. Okay, that's about it. I also like to see how long they've been uptrending. If they've been trending for a long time, then I just don't want it. All right, here we go. What's this company? INSM, biotech. No thanks. No thank you. I'm not doing that crap, biotech. Walt Disney. What happened to Walt Disney? Nobody's going to Mickey Mouse? You guys don't like Mickey Mouse? What happened to Walt Disney? Nobody likes the Mickey Mouse anymore. I think people got tired of spending thousands of dollars to wait in lines. So once you open your trade at 55.70 and put your stop loss, don't you let it just run until the bell? Yeah, so if the stop don't trigger, like if it don't go to $1 premium, then the broker just takes the trade out for me, and it won't use a day trade up. Yeah, so, and that's the only way you can get the full profit. You can never buy back a 0-cent premium. It has to expire worthless. Alright, nobody likes the Mickey Mouse anymore. I don't blame, though. Alright, here's Pep. What was going on Pep? I'm not seeing a Keltner channel yet. But this one I'm definitely eyeing if it does. It tends to respect those Keltner channels when it does. Has dividends. Alright. I'm gonna head on off. Not really much I'm seeing. I put my alerts on. I'll check every now and then on any big cap stocks I see. Looks like we just came back up. I think this is gonna be choppy, guys. Up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. Kind of hard to tell what's gonna happen. That's a very choppy thing. They went woke and now broke. Why did they have to do that? You know, why did they have to go woke? Why? I'm gonna earn stop loss. I'm gonna learn stop loss today. Yeah, the stop loss is super easy. Once you're in the trade, you'll see it. You hit close order, and then you'll be able to do a stop loss. So you got the 55.70, 55.75, good stuff. Did I do this bear call right? It's my first time trying it's pay-per-view trading. So let me look at my strike just to make sure. So the sell leg should be the one that's lower, and then the buy leg should be the higher one, right? So this looks, to me it looks inverted. Yeah, it looks inverted to me. Am I correct? Unless he has, is this his? Looks inverted again. I don't know if he's messing with me actually. The thing is, like, he showed screenshots of everything, so I believe it. I just don't understand how he's doing it. Oh my gosh, that's funny. That's funny. Um, so so use when you believe the stock price will go up. Sell put option at a higher strike price. Buy a put option at a lower strike price.
Okay. You ready?
All right. Didn't expect that move. Oh, wow. That's crazy. Good job on the bull puts, Cube. I will break if Trump announces a deal with China. Yeah, I haven't really liked the web. It's a bit confusing. Yeah, it is. Is Tesla at a nice resistance point? Let me see. Yeah, it is actually daily EMA 50 here. Wow, Tesla is a nice shorting opportunity. We haven't hit this EMA 50. This is the first time we hit it. Not a bad idea to short this, actually. They had their earnings, so we don't have to worry about that. Very interesting idea. I don't mind it. I don't tend to be bearish, but not a bad idea to short it either. Well, the monthly isn't in an uptrend, but you can get a nice little short here on the daily, though. I think. I don't think that's a bad idea. And look at this. You're at an upper Keltner channel. This is a great opportunity. Yeah. I might short this. So we're at an upper Keltner channel on a 15-minute chart, which means it's not sustainable. You can't sustain these levels. Coming back down to the 5, at least. It's a 1% drop. And then the 10 is a 3% drop. What happened here? What made them move up like that? Interesting. I don't mind that short opportunity for a quick one. Make it quick, though, if it's naked options, so you don't want to hold these long. All right, guys, I'm going to head on out. I'll catch you guys in the next stream on Monday. I'm going to hold this. My option's just chilling right now. It's at 10 cents. Not really doing much. The direction of the trend, I mean, I do like to see this, though. Oh, no, I didn't see that. 945. I thought we did break to the downside on QQQ. We did not. It is still a single orb on QQQ. The only orb we have is downtrend on SPY. But then again, there is so much resistance. I do think we'll kind of calm down here. And I think we'll break the upper on some type of news related. It's like they're planning something. What is all this consolidation? I don't know what they're planning, but that's a lot of consolidation. All right, guys, I'll catch you guys later. Happy Friday. UAL is a good one. Their spike was due to the massive buyback, but their pre-cash point target was... Yeah, I kind of like UAL. I like it that it's boring. You can sell a lot of covered calls. This is the first time we've had a monthly EMA 50 uptrend. Like, we've been downtrending since 2020, and now in 2024 we're uptrending. Like, this is a pretty nice company, too. If I can get anything near that $58 mark, I'm in. Let's check out Trash Mall. Let's check out my Trash Mall. I'm probably done with pennies for a while. Yeah, I'm going to stick with SPY credit spreads and some of these uptrend plays. If I don't get a swing trade in a while, it's fine. The CVS I was watching, I don't know if you guys like healthcare companies, but if it does come to this 50 or 20, I might take it. All right. I feel like it'll be a good opportunity to take. From this bounce here was a 16%. It's a slow mover. It is a slow mover. But I would feel like it's a good trade to take. Let me guys know what you see. If you guys see anything, put in the stock suggestions. I might be missing some uptrend plays. D-Nut, Donut. I don't know if you guys like Krispy Kreme, but they are in an extremely oversold pattern. Coming into this lower Keltner channel on the weekly, I would be taking this at the $3 mark. It does have dividends. Just something. It's not as a high quality stock, but just something to notice. Alright, we're bouncing on that lower orb. Man, I'm actually surprised the movement here. What a crazy movement we've got. We did get in early. 10:07 is pretty early for me. That's about the earliest you get in is 10 o'clock. We got in 7 minutes after that. So, if you look at our strike, granted, I don't like how we're just at that AMA 50, but that's the best strike I could have got. I'm literally right at that gap. It fills the gap on toast to the upside. There's two gaps, though. There's a gap to the downside, too. It just depends on which gap it wants to fill. Alright, guys. I'll catch you guys later.